The poles hit the ground at the same time as the body starts lowering. This down movement with the mass center continues until the pole movement is close to finished. That's when you shift all body weight over to the next ski and the recovery phase for the poles start.
I also like to think of this as everything going down together, so hips, knees, hands down together, and then everything up together, hips, knees, hands down together, and then up together. You can see that it's not just the hips, the knees, and the hands, but the chest that also follows this motion of down together and then up together. In this drill, you're trying to imagine that you're drawing a U with your belly button. This allows you to focus on dropping your weight down, then using an outwards leg push to drive your weight across to the other side before coming up into a recovery position. This drill helps you work on power application because in skiing you need to apply power by first getting preload. And to do this, you need to drive your knees down and flex your knees and ankles to then have the power to explode out of the movement. Compare this to a vertical jump. If you were trying to jump as high as you possibly could, you would definitely want to sink down into a squat before trying to jump instead of just jumping with straight legs. Once you feel confident with your lower body timing and power application, you can start to add in the upper body for a timing drill. Adding the arms and poles into the equation can actually be very distracting in trying to accomplish the initial goal. So I recommend that you try adding the arms in without actually having your poles on first. The first common mistake that we're going to look at is skiing with straight legs. Here you can see an example of pushing off of the ski without actually getting any preload or bending the knee and ankle down before pushing. This is kind of like trying to do a jump with a straight leg. It may look like you're going through the motions, but you won't actually get that high. When you're analyzing your own video, you can try and stop the camera in that moment right before you kick your ski out to the side. If your body position looks like it is right here, then you know that you're bending your knees and getting preload. When you're at the point of adding the upper body in, you want to be really careful as you watch your technique here because getting proper timing without poles in your hands can be a little bit tricky. When you're trying to change your timing, it can feel really weird at the beginning when you're changing a movement pattern. I'll encourage you to come back to that idea of everything going down together and everything going up together at the same time. A common mistake is to have the chest come back up before the hands are finished their pulling motion and ready to come back up together. Another common mistake is to start dropping the hips or the center of mass before the poles have actually started to touch the ground. An easy way to identify this on your video is to try and identify the moment that your center of mass starts to drop. At that moment, check and see if your poles are on the ground or not on the ground yet. In skate skiing, we actually get our forward momentum from applying an outwards or a sideways force to our skis in a V shape. So you want to make sure that the power application happens as you push out on your ski, and the upwards direction is more of a recovery phase. If you'd still like some coach guidance in analyzing your own technique, 2x4 Coaching offers virtual sessions where we can review video that you've taken, as well as in-person sessions where we can make technical improvements together.